OTT is a very democratic platform.
Theatre distribution network, I have no love lost for them because they don't respect the kind of films that we make. The digital space actually cares for us.
New heroine should be okay. That producers or directors or star's daughter, she's now 19. It's a very good subject. Subject is very good. You know, if this subject comes on Eid, it will be fantastic. Hi, this is Manoj Bajpayee. Hi, I am Sandeep Kapoor.
हाय, मैं देवाशीष मखीजा हूँ और आप हमें देख रहे हैं
और बताओ स्तुति के साथ।
Hi guys, welcome to yet another episode of Aur Batao. मेरा नाम स्तुति है and this is the show where we do our filmy chat. Latest release जिनकी है उनसे बात करते हैं और उनसे पूछते हैं और बताओ। और अभी जो मेरे साथ है हमारे बीच में ये लैपटॉप स्क्रीन की दीवार है बट एक विंडो पे आपको नजर आ रहे हैं मनोज बाजपेयी एंड उनके साथ फिल्म के प्रोड्यूसर संदीप कपूर। फिल्म का पोस्टर पीछे इनके नजर आ रहा है एंड दूसरे विंडो पे इज ऑफ कोर्स द राइटर डायरेक्टर देवशीष मखीजा। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर जॉइनिंग मी।
थैंक यू।
अच्छा, मैं बता दूं, हम आपका इंतजार कर रहे थे, मैं और देवशीष मनोज। तो ये बीच में गए, इन्होंने कहा मैं बर्तन धो लेता हूँ, तब तक जब वो आए तो मुझे बुला लेना। तो हमारी जिंदगी तो ऐसे चल रही है, आपकी कैसे चल रही है? अभी तक तो आप पहाड़ों में थे, अब आप यहाँ आ गए हो।
मैं सबसे एनवियस सिचुएशन में था। नो मास्क, नथिंग, जस्ट ट्रैकिंग, गेटिंग इनटू द लोकल्स हाउसेस, ट्राइंग आउट local dishes, Kumani dishes.
बड़ी अच्छी नेचर फोटोग्राफी कर रहे थे।
Major photography, you know, yeah. So it was quite an exposure from all of us.
So my question is to Devashish and Sandeep: is there a role जो मनोज नहीं कर सकते हैं?
The next time I write a role for him, it will be a female lead. The thing with Manoj, when you look at him, no, you can actually mold him in anything. He just makes it very easy to imagine him in many different avatars because of the way he's kept himself, in the way his body looks, the way his face looks. You know, that sense of a blank page. Yeah. You can write anything on that blank page and he allows that.
You know, Manoj, he spoke about how you've kept yourself physically, but एक चीज जो ज़्यादा लोग अब बात कर रहे हैं is also how you've kept yourself mentally, because फिलहाल में जो भी हुआ और जिस तरीके के pressures और insider, outsider, the whole conversation of, you know, how to sustain oneself in such a cutthroat world. What would you say to that?
One colleague of mine has said it many years back, that this world is not fair. To expect any kind of a validation from them is your foolishness. So don't expect don't look for validation. Just keep on doing what you love doing, and that is acting. The moment you look for validation, the expectation from the other person starts soaring high, you know. So, and then if you don't get that, if it doesn't matches to your expectation, then you start getting frustrated. I think that kept me sane from all the criticism, all the lows, all the bulliness of the industry's ways. You know, this is what kept me sane all the time.
But you make it sound very easy, Manoj. इतना आसान होता है.
No, it's not easy. Stuti is not easy. That's how I can theorize it. And that's how I can, you know, put it in words. It's not easy. It is not easy at all. You know, there were times when I felt completely, you know, lifeless, frustrated. You know, I was filled with self-doubts. I felt insulted, demeaned. Yeah. Pushed back. I experienced many revengeful guys who I said no to. You know, they were out to ruin my career. But I, you know, without making a fuss about it, I kept on handling them. Sometimes you are aggressive, you know, right on their faces. Sometimes very subtly, you just move away, slide away, and just focus on your job. So it's how you maneuver it. This maneuvering can only happen if your focus is on your job and on your craft.
There is so much to learn from you, Uspe. But I'm going to come to that later. Abhi, we'll be talking about this film that is finally releasing, and it will have an OTT release. It will stream this week on Sony Live. So, question to Sandeep and to Devashish. Pehle to Devashish, aapne when you wrote the story, did you at that time visualize Manoj, because you'd also done Tandav? So, is this like a follow through of that?
We wrote this script in 2011 June. It's exactly 9 years to when I first wrote that script.
Yeah.
And no, back then the producers attached to the script were different.
Yeah.
It was a whole different project. It didn't happen in 2011. It didn't happen in 12. Didn't happen in 13. In 14, someone threw me an idea. Sharanya, who was working on a film that Manoj sir was in, she said that, why don't you send the script to Manoj? I said, why will he read my script? I don't know how to approach him. She said, okay, here's his manager Tripathi's number. Give it a shot. So I sent it to him, and I give up on anyone reverting, because that's how this industry functions.
Yeah.
Either they revert or they take 6 months to a year to revert. I get a call in 24 hours. So in 24 hours, he read the script, got back to me, said, I want to do this. I want to co-produce it. I'm going to make it happen. Do you have the stamina to run the marathon with me?
Yeah.
So
Manoj and Devashish, OTT release से खुश हैं? Content, do you think is medium agnostic, या फर्क पड़ता है कि आप किस तरीके से release कर रहे हैं?
Content for a
मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. I have no love lost for the whole theatre distribution network. I have no love lost for them, because they don't respect the kind of films that we make.
Yeah.
Even if they decide to release it, they make you pay through your nose for it. They don't allow your standee to be where it's supposed to be. They take your hoarding down in one day. They give you 11:30 p.m. and 8:30 a.m. slots without even consulting you. They don't care for us. So why should we care for them? The digital space actually cares for us.
Manoj, I'll ask you. जैसे कि Devashish was very honest when he said कि I don't care. I'm actually very happy कि ये online release हो रही है, because वो लोग हमारी कदर नहीं करते. तो लोग तो वही हैं. आपको क्या लगता है क्या फर्क है? Manoj is a brilliant actor, सबको पता है. भोंसले का ट्रेलर तब रिलीज होता, उतनी ही क्यूरियोसिटी होती. तो क्या वजह है कि गुड कंटेंट मेन स्ट्रीम में नहीं आ पाता?
Mainstream, when it comes to mainstream, they want immediate wow. What is the immediate gain? Immediate gain is one star whose film has done 100 crore or above in his last film. Or okay, then you have to have a heroine. Now we have, if the heroine that they have in mind is charging a lot of money, well, let's take a new heroine.
Yeah.
So who should be a new heroine? New heroine should be, okay, that producers or directors or star's daughter, she's now 19. Okay, so at least people know about. It's a very good subject. Subject is very good. If this subject comes on Eid, it would be fantastic. So it's a very consumer-driven. OTT is a very democratic platform. The moment it starts streaming, by evening, you start getting the opinion of the thousands of people on the platform itself or on other platform. Sometimes say, "Sir, पका दिया." Sir, बहुत बुरा है. आपसे ये अपेक्षा नहीं थी. So you get that opinion immediately, and they are very unforgiving. But at the same time, it's very democratic.
So now we talk about the strength of Bhonsle. It's a film that I have also seen, but my lips are sealed because we want everyone to watch it. But Bhonsle किरदार के बारे में बताइए, देवशीष पहले आप, and उसके बाद मनोज आपसे जानेंगे what was your reference to play a role like this, Devashish?
So I left Calcutta about 15 years ago, and I left my father alone there. So over the years, every time I went back to Calcutta, I saw a certain decline in his morale, in his psyche, in his physical self. So somewhere that stayed inside me and found its way into the story of a man whose only meaning, his work, is taken away from him, because my father used to run a sari shop. And at one point we had to shut down that shop because it was a rented shop, and he couldn't go to work every day because he was old, and he was also losing his will, his spirit to keep fighting. So that gave me the idea for this character of Bhonsle.
Absolutely. I think it's more relevant than ever. Also this whole concept of being lonely, I think that's also something जो हर कोई अपने हिसाब से उसे negotiate करने की कोशिश कर रहा था with this lockdown. Thank you so much for this conversation. All the best, and looking forward to the film.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.